February 28th, 2016. Undead from Cleveland, you're listening to Video Game News Radio with your host, Kevin Baird.
Ryan Baird.
And Don Anderson.
All right, I'm sure Larry will show up in a few minutes. We're just starting a little bit early, so...
He's watching the Oscars.
Yeah, well, so we can get...
He's like checking out the different dresses. He's making sure people are dressed correct.
Ken, because he's white. So.
Our man on the town.
Yeah, exactly. We're just started early because Walking Dead, so we're going to end a little bit early. But if you're listening to this on the RSS feed, you don't care. So, we're going to go ahead and start with our usual top 20 drinking game. Basically, here's the rules. If we list something off that's not actually a video game, you have to drink. That's pretty much it. I'm going to turn down the music, although I don't think it records as loud as it is in my ear. But that's the way shit is. Okay. Although I'm going to turn it up a little bit more because now I can hear one of your guys' televisions.
Yeah, I'm turning it down. Sorry.
Okay.
Can't hear mine.
Gotta try to filter out the background noise. Alright, number 20. Just in time for Larry to show up. We have the Fallout 4 Season Pass for the Xbox One. Not a game.
Every episode.
It's expansion.
Not
Everybody gets a drink.
Drink it.
Oddly enough, Larry showed up in time just to drink.
Farting around.
Number 19, The Legend...
7:57.
Yeah, we started 5 minutes early because of The Walking Dead.
Oh.
The Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes for the 3DS. That's a game. Number 18, YCC Team AC Adapter Power Supply. Not a game. Everybody drink.
Drink.
Larry, what are you drinking?
Well, Kevin, today we're going with a nice Moscato
Good lord.
from our good friends. Hold on, just in case I need to refill. I wasn't sure how it was going to go. From our good friends at Madria Sangria. And the way you can tell if you're drinking a quality wine is the name rhymes. That's what I want to look for when you're purchasing your fine wines. The Asti Sfumatis, the Madria Sangrias. If it rhymes, that's quality right there.
Excellent. I'll remember that. Okay, number 17, Far Cry Primal Deluxe Edition with Steelbook. That's a game. I'm not so sure about these Steelbooks. It's basically the game with the steel box, but it's like an extra $10. So the Steelbooks are cool, but they're not $10 cool. Number 16, Wii Motion Plus. The Motion Plus adapter. That's not a game, and I'm not sure why anybody's buying that, but okay.
But we're going to drink.
Yeah, that's a drink. Number 15, NBA 2K16 for the Xbox One. Number 14, Far Cry 4 for the Xbox 360. Number 13, Fallout 4 Season Pass for the PC. Not a game. Drink.
Drink.
And drink.
Number 12, Nintendo Pokemon 20th Anniversary Edition, new Nintendo 3DS. Not a game. Console. Drink.
Drink. Drink.
I'm not doing it. Refuse.
You have to drink. It's
I
the
ain't gonna
rule.
do shit.
It's the
You
rule.
have
Nope.
I call no
doing it.
balls.
No balls.
No balls. Number 11, Fire Emblem Fates Conquest for the 3DS. Number 10, the Hori Fighting Commander 4 controller. Not a game. Drink.
Hori fighting controller.
Yep. Hori
Like
Fighting
Spider-Flex, you gotta
Commander
grab
4
it.
controller. I think that's because of Street Fighter 5.
Fighting fight.
Number 9, NBA 2K15 for the Xbox 360. Number 8, Splatoon 3-pack Amiibo.
Ding.
3 toys. Drink. Number 7, the Nintendo 3DS adapter. Drink.
Drink again.
Number 6, the Nintendo Pro Controller Black. Drink.
Oh, gotta be like that, huh?
Number 5, Mega Man Legacy Collection for the PlayStation 4.
I am the Mega Man.
Number 4, Mr. Rossetti Amiibo from Animal Crossing. Drink.
Want the Mr. Roboto version.
Animal frosting. So it cracks me up. Number 3, white built-in Motion Plus Wii Remote. Drink.
Drink.
Number 2, Fallout 4 for the PC. And number 1, Assassin's Creed Syndicate Gold Edition for the Xbox One. So that's our games of the week. Not that exciting. Let's do our real quick games that are coming out this week. Monday we've got Soul Axiom for multi-platform. Tuesday, Alekhein's Gun, Gunscape, Screen Cheat, and Square Heroes, all multi-platform. Wednesday, Blood Alloy Reborn, also multi-platform. Thursday for PC, we have Bazir, then Doraemon Shin Nobita no Nihon Tenju. Go ahead and drink on that.
God damn it. Boy, I've just invoked some bullshit in my basement now, I'm sure.
And then also E.T. Armies for PC. For multi-platform, we have Chasing Dead.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Hey, get him. Here he is, get him.
Get over here. Get over here. God
Get him.
It's the opposite of a
Well,
zombie
listen.
game. The zombies are running from you. Go
Right.
after them. And then for the PlayStation Vita, here we go. This is going to be a drink. Might as well just
Get ready
drink.
for it.
Yeah. Gochuman wa Usagi Desuka. And then, and that part has 2 question marks. And then in the same line, it also says, wonderful party, with an exclamation point.
That was nicer
Yep.
than.
That's a game. Gochuman wa Usagi Desuka.
Right.
Question? Desuka? Wonderful party.
You're taking your word for it.
And then for the Wii U on Friday, we have The Legend of Zelda, Twilight
Turn around and
Princess.
be some chick with jet
in
black
HD.
hair and a white robe, sitting there just like grudging on you. You're like, God damn it, Kevin. You're fucking mispronouncing your Japanese shit.
I don't care.
You will when she's coming to you.
We fought a war with those people, damn it.
Yeah. There they all go. Yep, you hear the sound? That's everybody leaving.
We should get some,
Okay, back.
yeah, we should get like some latitude. You know what I'm saying?
There's some longitude.
We had a lot of people die on the beach.
Here's this guy. You don't have to go flashback for us?
Normally he's not in Japan.
All right, Brian, tell us about your week.
It was the same as ever, except Friday.
Same as it ever was.
All week, all I heard about was some goddamn snowstorm coming, and I'm like, yep, ain't gonna see none of that. Except fucking Friday. Every time I'm empty, I drive back, and it's a goddamn snowstorm. Every time I come home, there's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Actually, I had like these New York State Highway Patrol had everybody getting off the freeway because apparently some truck drivers had to go skiing or whatever the fuck happened, which means the asshole's driving too fast, or who knows. I mean, I don't want to shut on that guy, but so I sat there for like an hour and a half, and then finally just lost my shit and drove back roads until I got back on the freeway. You know, but the whole time it's like, this is dumb. You know, you're just like, when you're just so annoyed with how fucked up shit is, you're not even like afraid that you might go off the road next. You're just like this is just stupid.
Like, whatever, I'm going with him.
Yeah, fuck it. You know, I just want to get out of here. So I thought, I get back. I was like 2 hours behind schedule. I mean, not like I had anything to do. I just come back home, but I just don't want to be on the, it's like you're at work and you're not doing shit for 2 hours, but you don't want to be at work doing nothing for 2 hours. Even if you're getting paid, you're like, fuck, I want to go home,
I'll
so.
go home and do nothing for 2 hours.
Exactly. Stare at the goddamn walls. Ugh.
Yeah.
So that was about it, really. I mean, I broke my iPad. I mean, it still works, but I accidentally, I was like, it wasn't working. I went tap. Also, just went. I'm like, oh fuck. So I gotta take that. I already talked to my girlfriend about, I gotta
Get a new one. Mine was old.
I just gotta take all the shit that's on the old one off of there, so I don't have somebody like, well, look, he's got all of his passwords and shit on here. Otherwise, man, nothing else is really new. I mean, just basic work week, just cold, then warm, then cold, then a lot of rain, then it froze, and it snowed like hell. I'm like,
And then it warmed up again.
yeah, we'll see. Now where I'm going, it won't be.
It was nice today, other than the hurricane force winds.
Today.
That were,
My internet kept going in and out. That's why I tapped my iPad. I was like, crack. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Anderson, how was your week?
Tell us how was your week?
Oh, are you ready for this? No, there's nothing major. Same old, except for I went to Comic-Con, so that was a good time.
Everybody went, apparently, because I looked at my Facebook page. And I saw everybody I know. We're at Comic-Con. I'm like, but you guys don't go to that shit.
Which is weird because I only saw Oz. I didn't see anybody
You
else.
have to see Oz.
Listen, I was there, but I left at 1 because I was injured.
See, I was there by then, but
I'm amazed I didn't see you in the 5 million people that were there.
Yeah, exactly. But I was looking up for you, so
Yeah.
I figured you would be, because that's what Sophie was saying. I was like, Baird's going to be in here somewhere. She's like, how are you going to find him? I was like, I'll just look over everybody's head.
Yeah, except for the fucking 8-foot-tall guy.
Oh my god!
Well, except for the 8-foot-tall Spock, who I almost ran into.
Oh, he was there again. He was
Yeah.
there last year. I didn't
Right.
see him when I was there. Look, I spent most of the time in the junior ballroom where nothing was going on because they have couches.
I have no idea where that even was. All I knew was the main floor. I don't know where anything else was.
When you go out the main floor and you take a left, there's an escalator like where you came in and shit.
Right.
And so if you go up that escalator and then there's like these glass doors on the right, you go
Oh, wait,
through
that-
those doors and that's where all the meeting rooms are. So like on that schedule where all the things are happening, they're all down there. And if you follow it all the way around, that's where the junior ballroom is.
Yeah. See,
And they weren't last year. That's where they had everything, but this year they moved it all to.
And she was taking pictures with. She was just walking up to people like, "Can I take my picture with you? Can I take my picture with you?" And she was getting all her pictures done. And then, like, I don't know, 2:00 or something, she was like, "All right, I'm done." And I'm looking at her like, "What do you mean you're done?" It don't matter when you're done. It's a matter of when I'm done. And to be honest with you, I hadn't even been able to look at nothing because I had to keep my eye on her. And it was always, every time I would go to stop at something, she'd be like, "Come on," and she'd go running her way, and I'd be like, I gotta go chase her down. So she was like, "I'm done," and I said, "Well, then I'm not done." And she's like, "Well, I can't do this."
Yeah, you are.
Well, I go, "Well, I said, well, I'm going to take you home, and I'm coming back. I'll still have like a couple hours to look around and do stuff." So I went and took her home
Wow.
and went back. And then, as
Don't leave me. Ah!
yeah, right. As I was walking in the first time, Oz was right there at the door waiting for me.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
You know, he was like, "What's up?" And we started. We initially started walking around together, and then he
didn't
ran
see-
into another dude he knew. This
You
guy
didn't see
Craig,
Old School
and
while you were there?
They started talking, and I was just like, "I'm out of here," so I left. And then I left and dropped Sophie off. I came back again, and as I'm walking into the building, Oz came walking out, so I stopped and talked to him in the street. And I'm standing there in front of the place talking to him. Same dude comes walking up, starts talking to him. I was like, "Well, I guess I'm out of here again. No big deal."
You
So,
didn't see Old School when you were there?
I did see him for a second.
Okay.
I didn't expect to because of the way he was razzing it last year.
Yeah.
Because that's what I said to Oz. I was like, "Well, I guess we're not seeing Old School Joe here this year." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know." And then as I came around the corner, and there he was. I was like, "Oh my God, Joe!" And I was like, "Hey," he's like, "What's up?" I was like, "Nothing. Go do your stuff." And I walked away. that was
I
all
have
I saw.
nothing to
was
say
like,
to you, but
it's like I know. It's like Joe and I. We know each other, but we don't. We
Right.
never sat down and had a conversation. So it's kind of like, "Hey, I know you," and he's like, "Yeah, I know you," but we kind of don't really know each other. So good seeing you. Take it easy. So
He doesn't like you, Tony.
that's all right. I just everybody doesn't like me. I told this one guy at work the other day. I was like, "I think you're the only person in this place that likes me." And he goes, "That's not true." And I was like, "Yeah, then you're right. Nobody likes me." So
What do you mean we? Like,
Right? He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean me? But yeah, that was nothing comedy every Friday night now.
Really?
So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I go out to the Saxonheim, the German club out on 65th, Denison.
oh, they don't understand you. They're all German, so
Right. No, it's usually just a crowd full of
staring at you all hard.
looking at you all rough,
Yeah.
drunk. But
Later, hosen.
Yeah, you have to dodge the bullets as you run in, but other than that, it's a great time.
yeah. I mean, I was robbed on 63rd once. I was robbed on 73rd.
That's disappointing.
But either way, I mean, I'm in 65th, in between. You know?
Fucking guy goes through all the effort of fucking robbing a dude. Anderson, man, he's like, I got no money.
Takes your wallet and then just
That's
starts
what I'm-
screaming
that's
at you for wasting his time.
I didn't even try to stop him. I was just like, dude, you take whatever.
What are you gonna do? Whip out some Anderson foo? You know,
He like gives Don money. He's like,
Guys,
here.
guys like all pissed off, you asshole!
gives him the mask or the gun. Just go, just take it.
I came to my truck and found the window busted with like $50 on the seat wrapped on a brick. Just here, man. You need it more than I do. Thanks. Appreciate it. But that was it. That's pretty much my week. Nothing
Okay.
exciting.
Larry,
Red alert.
how was your week?
Well, glorious, because that's what weeks are. Like 7 glorious days all in a row become one glorious week, which become glorious months and years in my glorious life, Kevin. So,
Sounds
Larry-
exciting.
yeah. So let's see. This week I worked and I drank, and then I went back to work the next day.
You're on the new beer tour, though, right?
I am doing the new beer tour. So, yeah, I'm doing the beer tour again this year.
So how many beers are you in at this point?
Okay. Well, so far only 18.
I don't know.
I got to pick it up. Although, like technically, if you figure it out, like by month, you need to average 13 a month to hit it. So I'm behind schedule. Unless I somehow drink 8 of them tomorrow, which is unlikely because it's month end. But like last year, I didn't sign up till the end of March. So from that perspective, I'm in great shape. So this week, well, it was like any week, I had my cornucopia of doctor's appointments. Had my follow-up with the orthopedist for my hand, which of course we've been dealing with since last winter or fall or whatever. And you know what? Here, hold on. Let me fuck with my camera a minute, because check this shit out. You're gonna be amazed.
I'm gonna vomit, am I?
Oh my god,
Maybe.
that is weird.
I got this weird fucking wart on my balls. I want to show you.
Right?
So check this out. Ah!
Dude, all I see is a great big white fucking
No,
hand.
it's all just like neon blue.
There you go. That's me making a fist. Damn
What
it.
kind of light do you have on in there, man?
I
That's
don't
just
know.
It's a TV screen. It's a TV screen light. It's the only light he's got.
It's a fucking light. There, it's a fucking light. See my light? There. That's not my light.
Like the sun.
There's my light right there. So anyway, so this Friday I was able for the first time since October to make a fist. So yay me.
You can jerk off
Um,
now.
Well, except we know that Larry doesn't do that because that makes you the gay. Let's see what else. Oh, it still hurts like hell when I do make a fist, and like in the morning I can't make a fist. I have to spend all day working up to it, but by the evening I can make a fist. So I got that going for me.
Yeah.
I can punch shit.
Yeah. So now I can punch
Break it on something.
fucking walls and break it again.
Swear to God, man, after lunch I'm gonna punch this thing.
Yep. Tuesday. What was Tuesday? Tuesday, I went to my physical therapy,
2 for Tuesday.
and we determined that my shoulder problem mostly fixed.
It's now
so-
a knee problem.
Yeah. There's a clot in my heart that has a concern, but the shoulder is good to go. I just need to follow up in a couple weeks because the strength wasn't quite there. Because, my right arm is good, my left arm is all fucking Ethiopian and shit. So,
You mostly fixed your shoulder.
yeah. Let's see what else.
Back on, or
Then let's see. Fast forward to Friday. Soprano Dave was in town for a funeral, so he and I and Soprano Rob and their wives and somebody at Dave's went up to the Winking Lizard after work and hung out there for a while and did some drinking. Then yesterday I had to run down to my parents because they have their house listed and they're showing the house. So my stepmom was like, "Yeah, we'd really like it if you would come."
Knock it out.
Yeah, my stepmom was like, "We'd like it if you would come get your dad's guns out of the house because there's gonna be strangers walking around. We don't want them pulling them on us." So I went down, grabbed their guns, and I'm on the way back from his house. And I get a text from my friend Susie, who's like, "Hey, I'm up at the paddy wagon. You should come drink." And I was like, "Well, okay then." So I stopped up there with a car full of guns and was drinking up there.
How could that possibly go wrong?
It's got to be the greatest story ever told.
Yeah.
So,
No wonder we're seeing this. No wonder he's coming.
Gang.
He's already talking to us with this bright light because he's in heaven. He got his ass shot up by some. Got pulled over and just blown
Well,
his
I'm
shit.
east side of Cleveland.
So
Car full of guns.
yeah. Well, yes. See, I'm in the southwest suburbs. You can get away with that shit because I'm a white guy, so they leave me alone. And then today was an exciting day. Let me tell you, it was laundry. Did some laundry. That was awesome. Brian, looks like maybe you need some help with that. I'm looking at your basement. I don't know what the fuck that is over there.
That's just filth.
Of bodies covered in.
So,
As long as nothing's crawling around, I don't care.
now, in gaming news, I'm currently stuck on level 1,460 of Candy Crush Saga because it's friggin' impossible. But I'll get it because that's how I am. I also check this shit out. I played a new fucking game.
What?
I know it's crazy.
Candy Crush 2.
It's called Candy Soda Crush. No. I played this game, Rock of Ages. It's a tower defense game. And what makes it different is instead of building your army or whatever, you roll this rock like Oedipus pushing the not Oedipus. Eventually he gets pissed off and uses the rock to smash his way out of hell, and that's the rock you're using, and you kind of go through the ages. You're like in ancient Greece, and then there's a medieval era and a Renaissance era, and each time you you chisel out your big ass rock, roll it down a hill, and your enemy can build towers. You can put a herd of cows in the way to slow the rock down, some crazy shit like that. I suck at it. I do. Clearly, it's a problem of playing it on the PC, but yeah. I mean, the game itself is simple and kind of silly. The cinematics make it worth it, to play through it at least once. So, and I'm sure it's on Steam for about 37 cents, or if not for free.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
I got blood work done. My cholesterol's horrible, but my potassium's all right. So back to dieting, which sucks. I tried not to diet. I tried to just live my life like I was when I was 20. It doesn't
That's a
work.
bad idea.
It doesn't work. I know, but out of sight, out of mind. But I don't want to go on the stand.
You don't look in the mirror ever. You're just like, no, I don't see me.
See, I think a lot of that
Pretty
health
much.
stuff is overrated. I mean, the simple
Food?
fact that I'm still alive proves that all that stuff is nonsense.
Oh, cholesterol and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, all of it. Well,
We're still fairly young. I think.
According to the health assessment at work, my wellness score was a 1 out of 100, which nobody thought was possible. But here I sit, fucking drinking and eating pizza.
Yeah, but I think we're still young. When it's 50, Larry, you're done. And,
Who says I'm not 50?
True.
It's true.
And the rest of us are probably not far behind. So, it don't matter. But yeah, I
Claire,
got
when
that.
if we're there, like when you're about to pass away, we're gonna be watching you really fucking hard to see what you see when you cross over. If your eyes somebody get filled with terror and fear, then
Okay, I'm going to church tomorrow.
We'll drop your fucking coffin right there on the floor and run to the nearest church and start fucking trying to get prayed with God.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I didn't know. You knew. So what brings you here, my son? My friend. Another one of those. Okay.
I put on the house lights on my house, but my back was pulled out when I went to Comic-Con, so didn't really do very much. And
What?
My back is bad.
Oh, your back. Yeah.
So, no, I put on new house lights. Because I got lights on my house that were made in 1985 or something, and they're not good. So I bought 4 new ones, and I learned how to put on house lights today, which was a nightmare. Actually, I only put on 2 of the 4
How many times did you fall off the roof?
because I did no ladders involved. But I got kind of...
Well, if you then Fallout 4, I'm trying to put a light up in there so I can see what's out there when they come to attack, and they conveniently always have this nice hole for you to fucking walk right through. I take a fucking med pack. God damn it.
So that was my week. Let's do we got a little bit of these.
So everybody listening, when you get to 40, just kill yourself because this is as good as it gets.
I'm just gonna diet. I got this app. I'm gonna do the app thing. Just do it.
Until it pisses you off because you want to eat pizza.
I already have like
Have
but I already have dangerous blood pressure. Like I'm the least healthy out of all of us.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Dude, I was in the hospital.
The stories I could tell you.
Listen,
I'm hearing about is how bad I
when
should
you
be
guys are in the emergency room for 3 days, then you can talk to me about how you're in worse shape.
Well, I'm not a pussy. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not to say there aren't plenty of times I shouldn't have been in the emergency room and just said, fuck it.
Yeah.
Some people don't have health insurance, fancy guy.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I almost forgot the other shocking, awesome news. Crap. Thank you, Donnie.
Yeah. Go ahead, Rubberman.
Also, big, exciting news. I was
Health insurance.
I was very excited to get this, even though it's only February. I have officially met my deductible for the year, so
nice.
so I can just spend the rest of the year fucking bullfighting and shit if I want. I'm gonna bullfight and drink chlorine because now it's all free.
What's up, Mole?
Yeah, that guy's still alive.
I know, right?
It's a crazy thing. He's still going out partying.
Are you in better?
All I want to do is sleep half the time. And he's just like, I'm going out, and he does. He just usually just sits there.
What about you, Kevin? Are you in better shape than the Mole?
Probably. I don't know. Does he take blood pressure medication?
Who
2
knows?
kinds? I take 2 different blood pressure medications.
The Mole. That's all you need to know.
3 different anti-anxiety medications.
Well.
And now they're probably going to put me on a statin. So I am not well.
Island?
A statin is for cholesterol.
Oh, I've got some shit that they gave me, but then
Oh, I got a joke.
I forget what the hell it's called. It might be that, but it's like your whole body hurts like hell as soon as you take it. It's like somebody told me that what happens is that your muscles don't repair themselves as well when you take that shit. It's still,
that's great.
Still kind of controversial.
Why are you taking it?
I could keep taking this crap that my doctor prescribed for me, or I can just ask old guys what the fuck they take. And they're like, take red rice, something or other. I don't know. I've got red yeast rice or something like that, pills, and fish oil. And they said it'll go right down. So I've been taking that, and I can't tell if there's much difference. I don't feel quite as sleepy as I used to.
I'm dying. So it's...
Oh, no.
Kevin's just going to keep getting worse and worse until he's finally like, look, I'm fucking...
I told you guys.
there was no yeast or nothing for my blood pressure. It's a problem with my kidneys. It's different. It's not from eating too much fucking pork rinds. It's from fucking... I have a problem with my kidneys. It's probably Dad had it too. They just didn't... when they looked at Dad, they were like, well, you're obviously overweight and you smoke.
Yeah.
And that killed him.
Fine,
they
I'll
were
give
like...
you a kidney this year for Christmas.
With me, they were like,
be fooled.
you have nothing else wrong with you, so there's something wrong with you. I was like, no shit. All right. Enough about that. All right. Sony may be working on a glove controller, likely to be paired up with the PlayStation VR if 3 detailed patent applications published today are any indicator. I'm not going to read off that part. No, it doesn't have to the side. It does have a bunch of illuminated points for PlayStation Move-style camera tracking, though, so your 80s fantasies aren't totally out of line. Taken together, the glove's gizmos help create a virtual hand in a view of a virtual environment on a
Virtual
head-mounted display. The virtual hand being rendered based on the identified finger position pose. According to the applications, the glove would contain both flex and pressure sensors for each individual finger, as well as contact sensors to detect when your fingers are touching each other or your palms. The diagram above shows some examples, which I'm not showing you, or you could even swipe your thumb across the side of your index finger to simulate a touchpad for more abstract controls. The old VR glove dream is to simulate the sensation of touching the objects you see on screen. But the patent applications don't go into too much detail about what kind of haptic feedback they would support. It could just be the usual vibration. So you got a vibrating glove for your VR hand.
Oh, that's new.
That's...
That's real new.
Japanese figured that out first. Go figure. PlayStation TV shipments have ended in Japan. The PlayStation TV, Sony's micro-console alternative, that launched in Japan in 2013 may be coming to an end. Its official product listing in Japan now notes that its shipments are done. PlayStation TV still is for sale, in some cases in limited supply, from major online retailers in the West. With the console launched here a year after it did in Japan, PlayStation TV was basically a non-handheld PlayStation Vita plugged into a television controlled with a standard DualShock gamepad. The unit didn't catch on in North America, and price drops were almost immediate. Best Buy knocked it down to roughly $20 during the holidays last year, and Amazon currently has it for $43.95. I mean, you know, if you liked PlayStation Vita and especially PSP games on your TV, it's pretty good. $43. It's alright. Alright, here's our Steam Top 10. Number 10, we got Firewatch. Number 8 or 9, we got XCOM 2. Number 8, Cities Skylines Snowfall. Number 7, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 6, Street Fighter 5. Number 5, Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Number 4, Dark Souls 3 Deluxe Edition. Number 3, XCOM 2. At number 2, Tom Clancy's The Division. And number 1, oddly again, is the Fallout 4 Season Pass. Eventually, I'm just going to start saying my age in game editions. People say, how old are you? I'm going to be like, I'm Civilization 14.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm only Civilization 12. We totally can't
Grand
date.
Theft Auto 4.
EA has abandoned trying to make a trademark for the word ghost. Earlier this month, Ubisoft objected to EA's attempt to trademark the word ghost, using its catalog of Tom Clancy Ghost Recon games to suggest that EA's trademark would cause some confusion, according to a recent documents.
Not the fact that the word has existed for thousands of years.
What about the band?
It
That's
looks
what I was
like
thinking,
EA has withdrawn its trademarking attempt. Well, with the trademark, it has to do with the industry you're in. So, generally speaking.
Yeah, but I mean, let's see.
It can get broad.
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess like Ghosts and Goblins was out there first.
Yeah, it can get broad, like the World Wildlife Federation took away the World Wrestling Federation's trademark, but you got to show in court that that can actually introduce confusion. And I'm sure the people that were part of the World Wildlife Fund were like, it's not wrestling, kids. You know.
Go grow a panda.
Of course, this isn't the first time that gaming companies have battled over trademarked words. In 2011, Bethesda, the developer and publisher of the Elder Scrolls series, took Mojang to court over scrolls. And in 2014, King, the developer of the popular Candy Crush Saga, started enforcing its trademark of the word candy to disastrous results. Okay, that's bad. So that's it for that. We got a couple of emails. A few emails, actually. We have 3.
You got 20 minutes to make them last.
Hey, can fill that time with gripping conversation. We don't do it. This one's from Nookie, and he wrote to Larry dressed up as King Diamond at VideoGameNews.com.
Nice.
It's the first time I met Larry. So, that's the best sort of introduction to Larry that anybody ever needs.
Yeah. So,
His girlfriend was Abigail. I don't remember if I was even dressed. Brian was dressed as something.
Kevin,
technically, she would be Miriam.
Oh, was she? Miriam?
My wife at the time was most assuredly not dressed. She never dressed up for shit.
But Brian's daughter was dressed as a case of beer.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hey there, Cleveland sports fans. Hope y'all are doing fine. Just wondering what everybody's planning on doing with their tax money this year. And no, you still can't buy happiness. Thanks, Nookie. It's all going to sound very depressing when we talk about it. But who wants to go first? Anyone?
I just have to file mine.
I was gonna say I'll make it quick and simple for you. What is this tax return you speak of?
My government one will probably go to my state. That's about it, really.
My government one will go to my state.
Not state, but city.
What?
Okay, it's still
My city
government.
tax have to pay with my, the federal.
Okay. I don't know.
And what the
Okay, well,
fuck do I ask, stupid?
I know it doesn't make any sense. What you're saying. It doesn't make sense.
Since when does Brian make sense?
I know.
Well, bastards.
You gotta stop half paying attention when you talk.
What?
You're gonna use your federal return to pay for your city tax.
Yeah.
What do you got, Rita out by you?
Yeah, now I do.
Ain't that nice?
They suck.
I know. That's
Badly.
why I'm actually considering paying that, because if I don't,
Painfully. They're horrible.
For the
Folks,
children.
in Ohio, well, in northern Ohio where we live, okay, this is how fucked up the state of Ohio is. So when you work in another city, they take the city tax out of your paycheck, and that pays for the city that you worked in their taxes, right? But the city that you live in wants a cut of that, but they want more than what you're paying into. So they then add on a percentage onto that, and then they use this organization. All of the cities get together and hire up this organization called RITA to come at you to get this money, and they're vicious, and they'll stop at nothing to get that money if you don't pay it.
That's
Like
fucking
an unstoppable rebel force.
Yeah. It's
I
not
don't care
a,
if they're dead, they'll just rip it right. They'll rip the last thing you bought your children right out of their hands. You know, it's like, nope, that's ours.
Dude, they'll dig you up and repo the coffin so they can pawn it. Again, because this speaks to how retarded the whole system is, as an added bonus, not all cities are a part of RITA.
right.
We weren't.
If they're not, then it's a whole nother hoop you have to jump through. Because you'd be like, well, I already paid this. Well, this isn't a RITA city, so we didn't get that. You're like, well, they sure as fuck took it. Yeah, that's not our problem.
Yeah, and then later when you do become one, they don't give it back. They're like, no, that was before.
Yeah, that's
That doesn't work for me. Yeah, we know.
It really sucks.
Yeah, it's terrible. But I'm going to sound a lot more excited than these two mooks about it, because you know why? Because for the first time in about 5 or 6 years, I actually get my tax refund this year because my child support is caught up.
So a
So
whole $20 to spend on
Yeah,
what?
yeah. I mean, damn it, I get to keep my. Now I already figured it out. In previous years, it'd be like, well, your refund was $1,200, which is going to your ex-wife, so she can get more tattoos and cell phones, and your kids can tell you how hungry they are. This year, because I actually get to keep it, I'm sure I'll wind up owing money.
What did you not pay her or something for a while? Because I mean, say what you want about Ohio's fucking child support, they're fucking fair about it. It's like as long as you've paid into it, they don't take shit out. Like
Oh yeah, I was unemployed for like 4 years, so yeah, it's a little bit
why. Yeah, but they don't want to hear that shit at all. It's like,
oh well, because what
maybe a couple of weeks or a month or two after that, then they start sharpening their knives. It's like, nah,
yeah, they're like,
we'll find you work. Don't worry.
They're like, oh yeah, well then how are you living? How do you have a roof over your head? I live with my fucking parents.
Right.
Oh yeah, what they got.
Yeah,
Bill
I know.
Release the bill bot.
Then they're like, well, well,
Oh shit! Get out! Get out of my house! Get out! Pay,
this is your income. I'm like,
pay now.
okay, well, that's more than the jobs I'm currently interviewing for. Well, then you need to interview for better jobs. Okay, then. So I actually get to keep it this year, but yeah, I'm assuming that if anything, I'll be taking it to go celebrate with some Chipotle and eat some Zika virus or E. coli or whatever. And
Zika virus. I keep trying to pump that right over it. Like, Aaron, look out for the Zika virus. Look out. It's going to get you. It's like, dude, I don't care.
My chicken fucking rice bowl has fucking bird flu. Damn it.
That's your first part.
I already got my tax return.
Wrap that tortilla. Wrap that shit.
Paid off a credit card with it. That was the end of it.
Right on. That's a great story.
I know. Well, if they wanted to know what I did, that was what I did.
Yeah, damn it, dress it up a little bit. Talk about how excited you were to get it. And,
If I actually get to keep any of my money, I'm probably going to put a new car stereo in that truck because it's still the same one from '89. Which, you know, you would think would be great, but it's not.
That would,
I think it's like one of the
that
first,
would
I don't know
require
when
way
digital-
too much effort.
Digital dashboard radios first come out, but it might be like one of the first ones because, you know, sadly it doesn't tell you what time. You know, it doesn't have that ability, but it will tell you what channel you've got. I'm like, yeah, that's
I'm not sure if this is old, but I still gotta wind this radio.
yeah. What's this plastic record? Just that's my CD. Just put it, leave it alone.
All right, we got one to me at videogamenews.com. It says, hey guys, other Ian here. So here is this week's question. What video game system and or games do you have the fondest memories of playing? For me, I love playing Phantasy Star Online on the Sega Dreamcast. I probably played more hours on that than any other game ever. It was during that game that I fell in love with making characters like Brian. Plus, it was the first game where I ever got to play with other people online. Anyway, cheers. Anyone?
The first game that I actually just,
What video game system or games do you have the fondest memories of playing?
It'd have to be Atari, just because there was so much of it, and you were a kid, and everything was just so awesome.
I don't know, I have the best memories with me and Anderson in the 3DO.
That was
playing Road Rash.
Between Return Fire,
Road Rash, that
Road
football
Rash.
game,
yeah, Wing Commander.
that fighting game that nobody could even punch the dude.
Oh, it was so funny.
So hard.
What the live action one?
Yeah.
Right.
God, that was great. And then fucking Benoit comes over, and he's the only one. He's the only one. He's like, all of a sudden, we're watching him land blows, and you guys just stopped what you were doing. You're like, wait, what are you doing? How'd you do that?
How'd you
He's
do
like,
that?
I don't know. Just you saw the hand, and then you just hit it with it. And he beat the dude up. I'm like, of course he did. It's Benoit.
It does.
You want something beat up, you go to him.
Yeah, I'm in no way saying that the 3DO was a good system, because it wasn't. But
I don't know.
we
As
had,
far as like
we had some
favorite,
good games.
I like Fable 2 is still like my favorite game overall. Don't have to, I know it's gonna be like, you know, the noise people have to make when they disagree. Shit. As story wise, it's my favorite game. But as far as a gaming experience, I played World of Warcraft with my girlfriend and some other people online. That was kind of fun until things got, you know, it's a love-hate relationship. I still play. Actually, I think I'd say Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I play the fuck out of that. I even play it, you know, still now, even though I've got like all this other shit. That one's the one that I go back. That's my go-to game. You know, in case like if I run out of other shit I want to do.
Larry?
the original NES, just because that's what
With that.
that's what I had in like my college dorm, and we would have tournaments of, you know, Little League World Series. My first all-night gaming session to see if I could beat Legend of Zelda in one sitting, and of course, I mean, to this day, you could throw out Dragon Age, fucking GTA, all that shit. No game will ever touch Archon.
Archon was a great game. Street Sports Baseball. Remember that, Anderson?
Which one? Oh, Street
Street
Sports
Sports?
Baseball.
Yeah.
We had like Street Sports Basketball.
Yeah.
We had them all.
Those were fun. They should make those again.
They'd be like, you could have Jimmy. He's a little lazy and fat, but he likes to play ball. We're like, I don't know if I want him. I'll take Susie instead. She's a real tomboy. Right?
That's how it was. You'd pick your players for your team, and then you'd like run around a field, but there'd be like weird like backyard obstacles in the field you wipe out on.
Garbage can.
It's fun game.
That was a good game. Well, I mean, you could ask that question about pretty much any system that you've had throughout your life, because you know what I mean. Like I said, like Atari was really cool because I was a kid, and it's like, oh yeah, you remember doing all that stuff. And then Nintendo, the original Nintendo, you remember playing that with all your friends, like the pro wrestling and the Super Mario's and all that stuff. You got your memories. I mean, you got your memories for every system,
Yeah.
So,
Well, you probably spent a good year of your life on the PlayStation 1 with Upside Down playing Command and Conquer.
I still do it. I'm playing it right now. I'm not with anybody else. Sophie asked me, she goes, can you play this game with anybody else? And I said, only on the original PlayStation. So,
Or the PC, if you.
or the PC. But she was talking about the one I'm playing, so whatever. Go
All
on.
right, this one's from K-Man. It's to me at videogamenews.com. And
K-Man to K-Man.
hey, Don and crew. How do you think video games will change in the future as the largest segment of gamers and average age of gamers increases? Thanks for getting the shows up faster, Kevin. Best K-Man.
They'll have robot hands that could just grab you and hurt you.
I think they're going to be boring.
Yeah,
Pretty metal.
they'll all be mini games playable on your phone with unending levels instead of any sort of story type progression, because people have no interest in following a storyline or having an attention span.
What?
I mean, I think when
Yeah,
you're talking
I agree.
AAA games, you're probably looking at a bunch of people playing it safe, like they have been over the past few years, and releasing the same shit over and over and over again. And then there's still the indie market, but indie games can only go so far. I mean, there's very few breakout stars, because when you really want to do something, you actually need money to have good production values. And Kickstarters and things, that's not doing it. You either are making a $100 million video game, or you and another dude in a basement somewhere scraping together some cash to make something. And that's fine, but I just think that's not going to change very much. And now VR, the only problem with VR is that the price has to come down. It's just not going to be adopted. I mean, sure, people are going to have it, but it's going to be a very thin market, so developers are not going to be like, hey, let's make the next Call of Duty VR only, because we only want to sell the game.
So all 12 people buy it.
Right, exactly. And plus the market's going to be completely fragmented with Oculus and Vive and Morpheus and HoloLens. And I mean, there's got to be some time to flesh that all out. And then the big question is that everybody enjoys this the technical wow moment of putting it on and being inside the game. But I haven't heard too many people sitting there saying, yeah, I'd like to have that strapped to my head the entire time I play a game.
Right.
That has not been vocalized in a way that I've found reassuring that it's going to be anything more than to wow your friends with. And now,
Just like boy.
Yeah, I get annoyed wearing my headset so I can listen to a game. So unless it's unless I'm doing some crazy fucking instance in Lord of the Rings where we actually need to communicate, I'm like I can't hear you. Just don't talk. I know what I'm doing.
yeah, I think
I'm
a
not wearing that
utility.
thing for an hour.
I think a utility style aspect of those, it'll be huge for that. Going into your doctor and having him showing you the inside of your body or something, grossing you out. There's your heart and lung. But
It is fucked up when they do that. It's like, here, I'm going to do this operation. This is what it's going to look like. It's like, what's wrong with you, man?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like just do what you got to do. I don't even know what you're showing me or if it's good or bad. So just I don't need to see this right now.
Yeah,
because
your
I just
plumber will come over with a camera and a light and a thing. He'll be looking at your shit in the pipe. Now here's all the shit that you have blocking up the pipe.
Dead spiders, a finger.
I think, though, that there's definitely a future, so don't get me wrong. I just think that for the consumer gaming angle, you've got to be in, like, that $199 price. Because parents are not going to spend more than $200 for Billy's present. It's never going to happen.
Never met Billy's parents.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know some people are going to buy it. They're going to sell $1 million, or $2 million, or $3 million. But you've got to be selling, like, 25 million to 50 million to make it viable. And I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it'll happen for, like, you know, utilities and stuff. And then eventually, if they get the price down, great. But even then, it's still too complicated. I mean, who wants all that shit in their living room? The Vive one's crazy with the two hand controllers, the two base stations, and the helmet. I mean, like, you're going to come home from work and be like, yeah, I just want to sit down and hook up all that shit and put it on my head and play a game. You're not going to want to do it, man. I don't know. I mean, maybe the games will be phenomenal, but I have a feeling it's going to be exactly like the games we're playing now. Just that I'll be inside the game, looking around. I don't know. All right, somehow I took that email and made it into a complaint fest about VR.
That's why you're glorious, sir.
I'm very excited about the future of VR. I am, but I'm not so sure about the immediate future of it in terms of gaming. I mean, the games that Valve is releasing with it sound terrible, you know? And it's like, and I guess it goes on sale tomorrow for pre-order, you know? Like, all those people just waiting to spend $800. Like, woo, can't wait. Blow the $800 on an untested, possibly abandoned technology, because that Steam controller went so well. Yeah, because you're spending that much money, and then it might be that Oculus is the better one. Like, everybody adopts Oculus instead. And then you got the shitty one that, you know, nobody's supporting. Like, you want to spend that kind of money on those odds? And it's not like Valve is like, well, don't worry, the next Half-Life is coming out for it, because they basically said, no, that's not going to happen. So, you know, I don't know. I know that there's game companies out there that have promised that they're making a game for it or whatever, or supporting it, and that's cool. And there's games out now that support it. But I think it's all like tertiary support or minimal support, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know, it's like you can look around in the game, but, you know, it's not really like developed specifically for it or anything. So, I don't know. So, I guess, I don't know. We'll wrap it up, because that's all I got. You guys are busy playing video games. Because it's a video game show, and the hosts sometimes play video games on it.
It's a video game show.
That's right.
I'm downloading one.
It's great.
Can't play it yet.
We'll be back next week. I'm going to see Star Wars next week at the... guys, I haven't seen it yet. It's at the Great Lakes Science Center in 70 millimeter. It's only at 20 theaters in the country in IMAX 70 millimeter. Oddly, this is the second 70 millimeter film I've seen in my life. Because I think before I was born was the last time you could see one. And now I've seen two in less than a year. So, that's weird. The Hateful Eight was the first one.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, because the movie reel is 200...
So, like, is it all grainy with, like, the cigarette burns in the top of the screen?
Yeah, none of that, I don't know. I mean, honestly, Quentin Tarantino made it sound like it was going to be super crisp and shit. And I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't. I mean, maybe... I don't know. It just... I went, I looked, I mean, it was fine, but look, he filmed a movie of Samuel Jackson's face inside like a log cabin for almost 3 hours. Like, you didn't even need to do it in 70 millimeter, you know? Hopefully Star Wars is a little bit more like, you know, explosive, so that you can, to see the use of that kind of detail.
More slapdash.
Yeah, because the reel of one of those movies is 220 pounds and 5.5 feet tall. So it's not like you can just get one and slap it on the projector. You gotta
I'm going to have, my next movie night over here, I'm going to be showing Kiss Meets the Phantom in 70 millimeter. I'm going to set up the projector in my living room.
Listen, I saw, I don't know what that was, 16 millimeter at a Phantasm at Cinema Wasteland with my brother, and they had one loud PA speaker aimed right at
God,
us.
that was funny as shit. It was so fucking loud. Kevin and I were just fucking right next to him. We couldn't even hear each other. And the guys fired that shotgun, and I swear to God, it was like being in Motorhead. It was like, God damn.
It was.
We sat through the whole thing, though. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, it was
Ridiculously
hilarious.
loud.
Yeah, it's super loud. So if I can do that, I'm all for like watching grainy old movies. Horror movies are great when they're 8 millimeter. Whatever.
Oh, yeah.
It's just got that documentary feel about it. Okay, anyway, we'll be back next week. Peace.
Late.
Peace. Whatever.
Farewell.
Love you.